Okay. Now this set is the Chicago and Alton Limited. Sometimes called the Red Train. It's actually, I live in St. Louis, so this is actually a train that would have served St. Louis at one time. So it's kind of a interesting little local train. I also picked this whole setup at a local hobby shop, except the dining car that was added way later. But little interesting tidbits on this one. As you can see, this one does have the two wires on it. This one's actually got the whistle and everything. This set came out in '81. But a little background, I guess, on your MPC Lionel era. Up until this one came out, your big passenger set that had been out for a little bit was, I think it was 79 to 80, I think they offered, the Blue Comet. It came with essentially this same locomotive minus this style tender, but it was this little Junior Hudson, painted blue. They did put a little bit different boiler for on it, did not have a whistle, and it came with the streamlined tender, and it had the passenger cars behind it. The tender still carried the four-wheel trucks to the six-wheel, and it was kind of starting to show Lionel's efforts into getting into something a little bit more collector-friendly, realistic, something adults might want, a little less on the toy side. And I think this set here really kind of kicked that up a notch with that, because it's pretty accurate to the prototype. Of course, it should be a Pacific technically, but it's a nice rendition of it. It comes with the 659 number on it, which is accurate to what they used. This locomotive also reintroduced the die-cast tender. This is the very first usage of the die-cast six-wheel tender by modern era Lionel. So just kind of a significant little locomotive. A lot of people probably don't even really pay it much mind, but at the time this was a lot of groundbreaking features in one locomotive. But yeah, the only thing you need to be careful with these is sometimes they put the paint on a little thick, so you'll kind of run onto spots like that. But otherwise, it's a really nice locomotive. But yeah, it hauled what's sometimes referred to as the Red Train. But you've probably seen a couple of videos of me running it. I'm going to go ahead and pull it off the track here so we can move the passenger cars easily so I can show them off. So, now these are sometimes referred to as the baby Madisons. These came out in, I think, '73. They were designed to go around 027 track. They were initially released, I think, Milwaukee Road, then B&O, in Pennsylvania, something like that. I might have that order wrong, but I think Milwaukee might have been the first. They're actually really nice. They got a lot of nice detailing on them. They got grab irons and steps, and they did nice printing on them. The only thing that's kind of bad with the, don't lose in focus a little bit there. It's the only thing that's really kind of bad on these with those first couple sets is they put these silly looking little four-wheel trucks on them, which just looks kind of ridiculous. But by the time the Blue Comet came out, that thing is just not focusing very well. There we go. The Blue Comet set did feature six-wheel trucks under these. And then running forward, these were never put out again any other way. But there is one kind of collector set of these, which is the Southern Crescent, which uses a little Junior Hudson and then these. But it does have the four-wheel trucks, no whistle, so it's kind of an intermediate sort of set. But your first car in this set is the Armstrong Baggage Car. Actually, I'll pull this one off so you can kind of see this. Yeah, they put a lot of decent under detail on them. These do feature closed-end vestibules, which is something that these later cars you will see some do have with the little grating on them, which is kind of cool. You can also definitely tell that the parts were built to mix and match a little bit. The only thing I will warn you with on these is to change a light bulb, you have to tear these things apart, and wow, it is a nightmare, because these little windows on each side, certain ones are actually angled in there a little bit, and those are actually the snaps. You got to push them in with like a popsicle stick, and then use another popsicle stick and slowly work the roofs off of these things, and it is a nightmare. But this is the Missouri combine car. As you can see, this is C&A on it. You know, it's nice. Doors, they don't open, but I mean, you can see in there, these do light up pretty nice too. You can see some of the windows do kind of have a little bit of detail to them, a little more than you expect. For some reason or another on these, they didn't put like silhouettes in them initially. Later on, when you see these coming out after like 86, 87, you'll start seeing that. But for the MPC era, when they came out with these, they just didn't do that. But yeah, and then we got the Webster Groves coach. Nothing too spectacular there, just a nice car. Now this is an add-on that came out 86, I think. Yeah, in 86 they started offering a dining car, which of course, initially when they started making these baby Madisons, I think passenger car, observation were initially, I think, all they offered. Then I think the baggage car showed up, and then eventually the combine did. But initially most of the like collector sets just were the 5 cars, and then later on they designed a dining car to go with this set, with these sets. And so they started offering uncatalogued little specials where you could pick up dining cars for the Alton Limited and the Chessie Steam Special, which came out the year before this set. We'll go over that in another video because that's still in the mail coming to me. But then before MPC could finish putting these out, ownership changed, and so there's a couple of weird little straggler diners that are even harder to find that came out early 90s under the new ownership of Lionel. So these little add-on dining cars can be a little tricky. Usually if you find them, they're going to be a little pricier than what you're expecting. So my recommendation is, typically if you can find all 6, just do that. Make your life a hell of a lot easier. But yeah, this is the Bloomington Diner. And we got the Wilson coach, and then the Chicago observation car. I'll show you the... Yeah, as you can see, they actually put a lot of work into these. They look nice. This one should have a drum head with the logo of the Chicago and Alton Railroad on it. Unfortunately, the sticker was old and definitely was not usable anymore. And I got a friend that's got a decal machine. They're supposed to be making me another one, but there's literally just a little round plug that snaps into the end of that, and you just go stick a sticker on there. So unfortunately I didn't get that in before I was going to do a video on these. But yeah, these are the Baby Madisons. This is Chicago and Alton Limited set, and it's just a really nice set. I love running it. It's a beautiful train. It's a local train, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, thanks for watching.